All right, now the bandits. The one that's injured. Let's see this one now. Let's do this one. Okay, this one is gonna move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. He's got a shield out and equipped on his left arm rather, and he's got a spear held in his right. And he's coming forward with his shield up and his spear ready to stab.
How's their freaking movement?
This one,
He dashed probably.
Yeah, it's probably just running straight at you.
Yeah.
this one does the same thing. This one does the same thing.
And I'm assuming they all have the sword and the spear and shield combo, right?
They all have a spear and a shield. They look like kind of rudimentary shields, nothing overly fancy. I mean, they're bandits. One of them's using like what looks like a broken shutter as a shield. The other one's using an actual shield that he must have picked up from somewhere. They've got kind of a hodgepodge, but basically their equipment is all pretty much equivalent with the spear and shield type of setup.
Gotcha.
And the injured one, he stands back up, moves slightly forward, drops back down to his knee with his shield up and spear. He's leaning on his spear to watch
They all
the.
have shields?
They all have. He brings his shield off of his back that the firebolt had bounced off of, and he takes a knee with the shield and the spear while he tries to recover from the damage of your arrow that's still embedded in his left shoulder.
Yep.
And that brings us to Drux.
I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to Sacred Flame this one.
Okay.
DC 11 Wisdom save, you guess, by the way, buddy.
Okay.
Let's see how much damage it will do. Or he takes 6 damage if he fails.
All right, so you step up between Vikram and Morthos, and you focus on the bandit straight ahead of you. And a bolt comes down from the heavens. This one clearly intended to do harm, instead of just taunting. And it comes down and its full radiance envelops the bandit. And he is clearly shocked. His eyes widen. His shield drops slightly and his spear almost clatters to the ground. He's barely able to maintain his grip as the radiance of the light completely envelops him, and it's clearly causing a lot of pain. All right, so Bakul.
Okay, I'm going to move 10 feet forward
Okay.
to here. And I'm going to veil my fire breath on those 3, from this guy to this guy. It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
I wrote it down just now.
Now they're 20.
I
I think they're 20 feet. 15 feet would be 3.
They're 15 feet apart. I just checked it with the ruler.
Well, but it's a 15-foot cone, which is 3 squares, right? The distance to move from one to the other. Because you're wanting to include all 4 squares, which is a total of 20 feet worth. So basically a 15-foot cone can hit 3 squares because each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ruler is used to measure what your movement is going to be, or the distance from.
Well, then
to.
I won't move there. I'll move 1 over then. I don't need to be that close to that guy.
Okay. So you're just going to try to hit those 2?
Yeah, so what did I moved from here? I moved I moved from like, I think I was there.
Yeah, you moved about 10 feet.
I'm at 10 feet. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use, and it does 2d6. Let me see what it does when I click the fire breath. I don't know if
Okay.
it didn't do anything.
I think you
Maybe I
just
didn't
have to
set it
click.
up.
You just have to click fire breath on that, maybe. Go ahead.
I
And
just
click.
did.
There's no.
It didn't do
flame.
anything.
15 foot.
Okay,
Let
so
me.
yeah, no.
Oops. Okay, I just
What,
need to
what
edit
does
that.
what
So
does your text say? Here, let me. I'll do
it
this.
says
real quick.
2d6 on a failed save, half damage on a successful save. The saving throw is 8 plus Constitution plus proficiency.
Let's see. What? So you do. Just go ahead and roll your damage because you're hitting all of them. What's the save on it? Is it reflex save?
8
It's-
plus Constitution plus proficiency.
It's a con mod. It's a con save then.
Con
I'm
save.
assuming.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage. Because I think if they save, they take half damage. Is that right?
Yeah, it's half damage on that spell.
Do I get any modifiers on that?
Not with a spell. You just get your proficiency modifier to hit normally, but you don't get any on damage.
Okay.
Probably won't need it with that, to be honest.
So 8
Right.
damage. And what's the what's the difficulty class of it from you?
What do you mean?
What's your
What?
Constitution modifier? If it's Constitution spell, you said.
He
right?
also gets his proficiency bonus on that as well with this one.
Yeah.
I
But
got
what?
+2 of proficiency. I don't have a Constitution modifier.
Okay, so that would put it at 12.
10.
No. It
It's
starts
8.
at 10 and then plus his.
No, it specifically says 8.
Oh, the DC
Yeah,
is
it's like-
8 plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Puts it at 10. Okay. All right. So you moved over towards the right, and you're hitting 2 of the bandits. The bandit furthest to the left, closest to his friend, is able to almost sidestep, and he takes less damage. Kind of, your fire breath kind of hits half of him, burning he's almost looks like he's sunburned on half of his face, and his left arm appears to be burned, and he's holding it limp after the flame has washed him, and they both scream in pain. The other bandit takes the full brunt of your fire breath, and the entire power and heat coming off of you causes him to fall to his knee, like he falls down to a knee, and he's just burning. Like he's got boils on his face that have formed from the fire and the heat, but he's still standing. He's screaming, trying to blink away the pain, and he's down on his knee.
All right. I'm gonna use
Yes.
my movement to get back here.
No, don't after.
You can't move
You
after you've
can't?
attacked.
No, yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Crap.
Wait,
I thought you could use half now. Okay.
wait. So you can't if you already moved. I thought you could
If
move
you
again.
tell
but-
me at the start that you're going to move, attack, and
No.
reserve your movement, then yeah, but you need to have that planned at the get-go. It can't be a
That's what I
situation.
had.
It can't be a situation. Basically, the reasoning is it can't be a situation where you step forward,
Fail.
your attack doesn't go quite as well as you'd like it to, so you try to step back. No, this is
Okay.
this is all happening at once. So if you're going to attack and move back, then
All
you
right,
have
so
to
it
state
it
that
has
you're
to be
going to do that.
premeditated. I got
Exactly.
you.
Yeah, just so you don't meta the crap out of it.
Right.
It was
Okay, I understand.
premeditated. I'm just gonna say
All right.
that.
So again, I'm going to remind you, Geth, as the DM, you have 3 commoners that are beside you,
Mhm.
awaiting instruction from you as far as where they should be going.
All right, and that's a bonus action.
Yeah, it's just you can talk without it taking any sort of action.
All right. So I tell him to go behind the buildings. Hold on, needs to actually ping it. Just right over here.
Hide,
And
hide between the buildings. Or-
yeah, and if they see a clearing, there should be a building right about here. I can't actually see it, so but I know the building I'm talking about. If you go there, you'll find other survivors in an ugly bar that'll protect you.
Okay, so they're going to start heading back that way. So
Yeah.
they move back between the buildings.
If he starts singing about Thousand Mile of Cock, just ignore it. Just ignore it, okay?
And I will say that one of the benefits of having Adovin with the commoners is he's keeping a lookout, trying to cover you guys from where they're at. And so he sees the 3 commoners as they come between the buildings, and he starts waving, motioning for them to come towards him.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then I immediately gonna throw that away because I need to remove some fuckers from the board.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move 25 feet about here-ish and get a better look first off.
Okay.
And okay, are these the 2 that are injured from the fire breath? All right.
All 4 of them towards that side are all 4 injured to some extent.
Well, but he was asking if these 2 were injured by the fire breath.
Yeah, those 2
Is
were
that
from
one
the
injured?
fire breath. Which
Okay,
one? The
well-
one far left is not injured.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But this one's not injured, but all of these are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
I know what's coming.
I need to start removing people, so I'm gonna drop acid on their faces.
Okay.
Just these 2 right here.
All right.
So nice and easy. DC 11. It should be 3. Well,
So
that's
dexterity
half
save.
optimal.
Well, at least we're consistent with burning things.
Okay, the one that's standing and is half burned. He is you step forward and you bring forth this massive globule of green poison that you cast forward, and the acid
Like that.
the acid lands and splatters both of the bandits. The one that's standing, the acid washes over his entire left side that's already somewhat burned, and he takes even more damage. The redness gets even a darker shade of red as the acid goes dripping from his face. A boil starts to appear, a blister, and he shrieks in pain and turns his head away from you, trying to cast the acid away. And he, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. Okay. So he didn't take much, but the acid did worsen his burn a bit. The
Magic's great with friends.
Ain't it just?
the injured bandit that had fallen down after being burned, he fell down and it actually compacted himself. So when your acid landed and splattered, it just so happened to be kind of more on his right side, and since he had dropped, his shield was kind of right there. And the acid actually splashes totally on his shield, leaving him unscathed from the acid splash.
I'll take that, but just a quick discussion. The guy that was on his knee, did he take disadvantage for being on his knee like the first guy far back?
This isn't an advantage/disadvantage type. This is just a save.
Okay.
So basically, he saved, the other guy didn't. And whenever somebody saves against the acid splash, they take no damage. So it just was the way it worked out.
All right, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, no,
Technically,
that's
you
fine.
don't have to reveal that, but
Yeah, I know. It was just, you're trying to learn how to use the spell. We're still early on in this game, so I want you to make sure you know how you're using the spell, and that's fine.
all right. So I removed no one. Wonderful.
All right, Vikram.
Still better
Alright.
than the last spell, at least.
So with the katana still drawn, I'm going to move up to that guy and I'm going to try to finish him off.
Okay.
So let's see here.
All right. You bring your katana out and go in for a strike. The radiance of light that had washed over the bandit, it slightly changed his focus, but he's able to regather himself just in time to raise his shield, barely deflecting your strike. Morthos. That would be you, Auntie.
I know. I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing.
All right. Just don't let there be so much dead air.
Yep, like deer in headlights.
I just wanted to make sure,
No,
because I know that occasionally, you might lose connection and not be able to hear me, so I wanted to make sure.
Hey guys. I
Yes.
hate to say it, but I've been on call this week. I just got called out.
Okay.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to go.
Yeah. I might be gone for 2.5 hours, something like that. I
Okay.
don't know if I'll be back before you guys are done.
I'm going to play your character through this encounter. Okay.
Mhm.
So you'll still be attacking, getting XP for it. After this encounter is done, I'll have you go in with Adovin and help escort the commoners. And
I'll be back as soon as I can.
yeah, should you return, then you can pick up where we leave off.
What time
We're
do you guys
still,
think it'll be done?
we're just almost 2 hours in. I imagine we're going to go for another 2 hours. That's the goal. So we should be going until 11 o'clock based on what we're shooting for. So.
All right. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry for you, Kurt. That
Life
sucks. You have to
happens.
go to work.
It happens, buddy.
So at least you know that there'll be VODs you can watch if you want to catch up with what happens.
All right.
So, all right, dude. We'll catch up.
Well, I'll play through my next turn. I mean, how far away is that?
You've got Morthos, then the guard or the bandits, and then the Drux, and then it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to play through that, that's fine.
Anyway, I am going to rush forward and position myself here. Seeing that our fighter couldn't finish this guy off, I'm going to attempt to do just that with my
Okay.
both my swords.
Okay. You're attacking with both swords.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to roll to hit twice.
Yep. So. Boop. And boop.
Okay, you run
Guess
up
it gets
alongside
injured.
Vikram, and coming from the side with dual wield, you're kind of having to go out to your side and bring both your swords
Yeah.
in from the side, but you're bringing them in from the same side that the katana attack came from, so his shield is already raised, and he's able to deflect your blows.
Okay. Joey.
All right. So this
Hey.
soldier here, or this bandit,
I'm assuming all
Um,
these guys are pretty scared shitless by now.
he stands up after having been awashed in flame,
And acid.
feeling desperate and injured. He comes forward and attempts to attack at a disadvantage. He attempts to attack Bakul. And he's at a disadvantage, so he rolled an 8. So does that hit you?
No,
What's your AC, Bakul?
14.
14? Okay, so he comes forward desperately trying to strike you with his spear. But the pain of the blisters and the swelling from the fire just causes him to... You're easily able to dodge the spear. Alright, so that's that one. This one. This bandit has both Morthal and Vikram just before him. He's going to... you guys have battered his shield. And so he's going to drop his shield and grab his spear with both weapons and try to bring it forward and stab Vikram with it. So, 11.
I have an AC of 16.
Okay, so as he drops his shield after you guys have basically splintered it with the blows from your katana and your swords, he places both hands on his spear and stabs forward at Vikram. But the act of the splintering shield threw him off, and you're able to easily dodge the spear as he tries to stab you with it. And this one... The bandit that got hit with a little bit of fire and then followed up with some acid. He didn't know really where the acid came from. However, he did know where the fire came from. So he's going to step up beside and try to attack Bakul. Still holding his shield, he's attacking with his spear one-handed. 14.
Yeah, we're getting
What was your AC, Bakul? Your AC was 14, is that right?
14. Sorry, I was getting you guys on Twitch so I could follow you while I'm out.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so
Thank you.
he darts up and brings his spear in, and after having dodged the first spear, the second spear comes in and actually just barely misses you. However, it does leave a slice in your duster.
I don't have a duster yet.
Or you're right. In your side. It slashes at you, but it doesn't hurt
Traveler's
you.
shirt.
Damn it.
Okay.
I confused Bakuls, man. Alright, anyways. Sorry. We'll figure that out later. Alright, so he's not able to damage you. Alright, so the damaged bandit that stayed at the back is going to... He's going to step forward. He's kind of regained a bit of his composure. He steps forward, and at a disadvantage, he's going to attempt to stab one-handed at Vikram. Still holding his shield, he tries to stab you with his spear. 9? You said what was your AC?
16.
16? Okay, so he comes up beside his fellow bandit and tries to stab you with his spear. He's kind of pinched between the other bandit and the house, so he's not really able to get a clean strike and isn't able to hit you cleanly. So you're able to avoid taking damage. The final bandit, the only one uninjured, steps up beside, kind of behind and beside Morthos, and decides to attempt stabbing Morthos. One-handed, holding his shield, he attempts to hit Morthos and gets 16. What's your AC?
12.
12? Okay, so he steps up beside you after you bring in your short swords and attempt to attack the bandit in front of Vikram. He comes up at your side and pokes, but as you were swinging the short swords, his spear glint just kind of slides down your back, leaving a foot-long cut down your back, dealing 3 damage to you. Drux.
I'm going to charge into here and ask the guy next to me a question.
Okay.
Not me.
Not quite you. You're asking as well, it's fine.
All right, so that is the bandit
One-handed
that's
gun.
covered in blisters and scalded. You're able to attack him with an advantage, so you're going to get the 18 on that hit.
I'm only doing this one-handed though, but yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. So you said
6
one-handed,
damage.
so you're doing 6 damage. Okay, so you come up beside Bakul after the bandit stood after being scorched from dragon fire. He stood and failed to deal damage to Bakul. As you come up beside, his spear still extended towards Bakul. You bring your axe in just under his arm, square into his rib cage, burying your axe cleanly in his side, and he folds beneath the damage of the incoming axe blow and falls to the ground and perishes.
Yay, finally.
Bakul.
I'm gonna shoot at this guy, and then I'm going to move away from the other guy that's going to attack me.
That will require
think that-
disengage. That will require a disengage action, which means that should you fail to disengage, he will get a reactive attack against you because you're moving from within range of him. Just so you know.
Okay, screw it. I'll just shoot at the guy and I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay.
And I'm gonna change my. I'll shoot this guy here.
Okay. All right. So 13. All right. So you draw your longbow, knock an arrow, and let loose. But the close proximity of this guy to you allows him to just kind of deflect with his spear your bow enough to where the arrow just flies beyond past him.
All right, guys, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
All right,
man.
are you expecting this call is going to be an extended call?
Well, I've got to go down to the freaking hood now, so it's
great.
like, 30th and Benton now, so I'm gonna get shot too. So
Yeah,
freaking
9
awesome.
o'clock on a Saturday night. That's awesome. Okay, so
Right.
be safe. Make sure you lock your truck.
Bring it
And
down.
do
Bring
you
a gun,
know
bring
what
a shotgun.
do you know
bring,
what the call is for?
Yeah,
safe.
it's short call. It usually takes me about an hour to do them.
Okay.
But getting there, by the time I get there and then settle up the
Get back.
customer and stuff like
Well, I
that,
mean-
it's about an hour and a half.
Remember, take napalm.
Yeah.
How long of a break would we take if we took a break?
We
15
would probably.
minutes
I mean, it
usually,
depends on what kind of break you guys need. I mean, it is at the 9 o'clock hour, so we can go ahead and take a break here for 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you guys want to. I would still say that I'm going to be shooting for a finish time around 11, regardless
Okay.
of if we take a break right now or not.
Okay.
Yeah, that puts me a few hours. I'd be coming in right at the end. I'm gonna follow you guys on Twitch. I found the stream, so
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
just
All right. Well, I'm sorry you're going to have to leave halfway through there, Kurt. But
you gonna add the stuff to my character sheet then for all the.
well, we'll
EXP and stuff?
discuss it. We'll discuss it afterwards. I mean, I'll see you tomorrow. So, as far as getting XP and things at the end of the night, you'll be rewarded for what you've taken part in for sure.
Okay.
So,
All
right. Good luck
See you
with the
later.
call. Be
See you
safe.
tomorrow, Kurt.
And maybe it'll
Yeah.
take 5 minutes instead of an hour, and you'll be back before you know it. So who knows?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
There you
Hope
go.
so.
All right. We'll talk to you later, Kurt.
See you later, buddy.
See you.
So is he a police officer or something?
No, he's a plumber.
Ah,
He's,
it's like,
he's-
okay, he's going to a hood. Is he not served? That's a 911 call that waited a while.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah, no, if he was an officer, he would have been gone probably.
Right.
We wouldn't have even heard
Alright, I
anything
need
until after he
to-
called Tick.
His screen will be
Alright.
set on black.
Right then.
Okay, so yeah, are we still gonna take a quick 5 minutes? I'm probably gonna go something
Yeah.
to drink or something.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and
go
take a
drink.
break. I
Okay.
need to refill. I need to go